I'm going to tell everybody at the newsroom I got stung a lot.
And don't show them the white suit.
82.4. 82.4. Yep. For sure. Okay. 82.4. Got it. All right.
Ow.
Thanks, Uncle John. Give a round of applause for Uncle John. Rick is actually the same weight as Dan was, so 1.2 kilograms, and that's 2.64 pounds, which is 26,000 bees. So we got. Okay, so we got the judge's favorite, and what we need now is we need to have the crowd's favorite. The crowd pleaser. How are we going to do that? We need to have some applause for the one that you think will win. And so what we need to do is cheer out. So go ahead. We're going to disqualify.
Where are we?
We're in Aylmer, Ontario, at Clovermead Bees and Honey.
Now, I was in the tent and I saw some pretty strange stuff. What exactly was going on in there?
We're doing a kind of quirky beekeeper thing that's been going on for years. It's putting bees on a beekeeper and building a beard of bees and having a competition to see who has the best beard.
What aspects of bee behavior does it use in order to do this kind of stuff? In order to get this to work?
Yeah. Bees always like their queen bee, and that's their most important person in their hive. And so they always want to gather around the queen, and she lets off a perfume or a pheromone. And so when we put the queen in the cage around the beekeeper's neck, then the bees, they actually climb up there and they'll huddle around her. So we actually have to shake them on there. But once they find her, then they stick there and they hang out with mama.
How many bees can you get on a beard?
You can do I think the world record is the full bee suit, and I don't know how many bees it was. It's a crazy number, but Melanie today, she had about 37,000 bees on her face.
And how much would that weigh?
That was, I think, 3.7 kilograms. Is that right? I have to check the numbers again.
Okay. So how many bees per kilogram?
I don't have it on top of my head because I always switch it from pounds. But
okay, how many bees?
It's around 3,000 bees per pound, roughly 3,700 bees per pound.
And what are these? What kind of bees are these?
These are honeybees, and they're an Ontario bee that we raise here in Ontario, and they're adapted to the climate here. They're pretty mellow bees. We always try to keep mellow bees that are not aggressive.
When they're not being put onto people's bodies, what are they doing?
They're supposed to be visiting flowers and working, collecting honey for us and for our customers.
What are the major crops they're doing
right now
around here?
Right now we have some in sunflowers, some in cucumbers, and a lot of alfalfa that the farmers haven't cut yet. And along the road we have goldenrod flowers.
How has your season been this year?
This year it's been a little on the slow side because the cool weather slows the bees down. They don't get out of bed early in the morning, and they cut out early in the day because it's not very warm. And then the rainy days, they take those as holidays, and so we haven't had a big crop yet. But we're hoping for September that honey will come in and the boxes will fill up.
Okay. the helpers were shaking these bees out. How come the bees weren't just like stinging people like mad?
First, it's a gentle bee to start with, and then we feed the bees some honey, like sugary. We mix honey and water together to make a really sugary mix, and then we feed them that for the day before, so they're full stomachs and they're happy bees that way because they're well fed. And then the other thing is the beekeepers are using a lot of smoke, so the smoke keeps the bees calm. They're well fed, so they're not grumpy because they're hungry. And then genetically, it's the quiet bees.